Good evening. Welcome to the February 23rd, 2026 meeting, regular meeting of the City of Coolidge City Council. We'll call this meeting to order. Please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you. Norma, call the roll, please.
Yes, Mayor. Councilmember Tom Bagnall.
Present.
Councilmember Audrey Saavedra.
Here.
Councilmember Steve Hudson.
Here.
Mayor John Thompson.
Here.
Councilmember Ian Gillespie. Here. Vice Mayor Tatiana Murrieta.
Here.
And Councilmember Tom Shope.
Here.
Thank you. We have a quorum, Mayor.
Thank you, Norma. Move into presentations. First present item number 3, presentation of Voluntary Environmental Stewardship Program Award by Arizona Department of Environmental Quality. Representatives on the wastewater treatment plant, environmental excellence and compliance over the last 3 years.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I wanted to introduce Roxanne Lindsley. She's with ADEQ, and she's the one who will be presenting this.
Welcome, Roxanne.
Thank you. Honorable Mayor Thompson and members of the City of Coolidge Council, Mr. Lopez, Mr. Navarro, and Mr. Tate, on behalf of the Arizona Department of Environmental Quality, it is my sincere pleasure to be here today to present this certificate of recognition to the City of Coolidge regarding your wastewater treatment plant compliance history and welcome you into the ADEQ Voluntary Environmental Stewardship Program, or VESP. The VESP was adopted by the state legislature and signed into law in 2012 to provide recognition and incentive for organizations that go above and beyond what is legally required to protect the public health and the environment. The City of Coolidge wastewater treatment plant has been accepted into the program at the bronze level. This recognition is based on your commitment to complying with the state environmental regulations with no environmental violations within the last 3 years. During your membership over the next 3 years, if there are no further wastewater treatment plant environmental violations, your VESP membership will continue accordingly over the next 3 years. The City of Coolidge also has the opportunity to be recognized for higher levels, and if you're interested to learn about it, I'll work with Mr. Navarro. On behalf of the ADEQ Director, Karen Peters, and myself, I am pleased to accept this I'm pleased to present this bronze level VESP award.
Well, thank you very much. Well, and I would say that 4 years ago, that place was in terrible shape. So those guys right there did a heck of a job straightening it out and getting it going again the right way.
Thank you.
So we really appreciate it. Zach, you want to say anything? I mean, you had a lot to do with it.
I don't know what to do with my hands. Mayor, council, city staff, just from all of us at the wastewater department, we thank all of you for your support and your help. It's an honor to get stuff like this, but it's a team of everybody that works together, and Ben and me have teamed up, and I drive him crazy. I mean, it's just every day, late night text, emails. Wastewater doesn't sleep. It happens 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's actually part of me and my wife's marriage. Everywhere we go, my phone comes with us and rings, and she's a trooper, but I just want to thank my family and just everybody, because it's a team effort. So thank you all for your support.
Thank you all very much. You did a heck of a job over there. Okay, we'll move on to item 4, monthly report by the Coolidge Chamber of Commerce. Good evening, Lynn.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. For our December reinvestments, we have Arizona Federal Direct Tax Service, Barnett's Betters Buy, Chandler Ginning Company, Coolidge Bookkeeping and Tax Professionals, Coolidge Examiner, Desert Providers Medical Supply, Dreamline Collision Center, eCube Solutions, Enterprise Bank and Trust, Gillespie Enterprise, Hearts of Life LLC, McDonald's of Coolidge, Pinal Hispanic Council, Pizza Hut, and Sun Corridor. Our new members is Cafisto Boutique, Great House Art and Entertainment, Liz Aguilar State Farm, Synergy Wealth Insurance and Planning. So for our visitor counts, we had 210 local visitors, 3 in-state, 16 out-of-state visitors, 2 foreign, 6,346 referrals. Year-to-date, all visitors was 3,317. Casa Grande Ruins was 11,387. Year-to-date total was 89,908. So that's dropped a little bit this year, but we've had all the shutdowns and stuff, which didn't help. Pinal Geology Museum, they had 174. Year-to-date was 2,090. DAV Museum, 90 for December, 670 year-to-date. And now I'd like to, some of you have got to meet my replacement, Renee Wood here. She's going to be taking over for me, so she's in training now. I think she's going to be a great addition to the Coolidge Chamber to take us to the next level. So I'm really excited to work with her. So. Some upcoming events, we have the CAC Night of Stars on February 27th. Market on the Move will be this Saturday, the 28th. Pinal Partnership Breakfast on March 6th. Coolidge Fly-In, March 7th. And here we are at Cotton Days, 6th through the 8th. Coolidge Family Quilt Show on March 6th through the 8th. We've added the car show back into it this year. So it'll probably be a little small this year, but it used to be huge. So Renee will be able to grow that. So we're excited about that. Our membership luncheon this in March is going to take place out at SRP's power plant. You will be able to get a little talk and a tour of the facility. Pinal County Fair starts on the 18th through the 22nd. Rotary Club, the 4th annual trap shoot on the 28th. And the 3rd annual Memorial Poker Run on the 28th. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you, Lynn.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Okay, we'll move out of presentations and then move into a public hearing. Item 5, to receive public comments on Coolidge's development fees regarding the city's updated impact fee ordinance.
Good evening, Vice Mayor, Mayor, Vice Mayor, Council. Tonight, we have the public hearing for the impact fees. This is another step in the process to update all our land use assumptions and our development impact fees. If you recall, last month, January 12th, we approved the land use plan, adopted that, and the very next day, we went out for the 60 days to advertise the fees, the new proposed fees. So if you look here, so this is kind of the sequence. We've already completed the January 12th adoption. We advertised that very next day, so fast forward to February 23rd, we're in public hearing. And this is just to go over what we've come up with, research and working with the other departments. And you see the timeline, once we get past this public hearing, we'll advertise again the fees and be able to adopt them April 13th. And the fees will come into effect on June 29th. So changes from the last, for the parks, we've updated the sales tax credit, we can have that in there, you can see. So we have the proposed fees, the current fees, and then you look down on the non-residential development fees, they've actually been reduced. Now we go to the fire. When we came to the fire, we found out through research that, to build a fire station and a police station, you have to do it to different hazard categories, and they're a lot more expensive than $400 a square foot. Found out. we went with the lower number of 950 a square foot for the station. Basically, the station has to be able to withstand, floods, anything, acts of nature. Our first responders have to be able to respond during these times. So they're built to different standards than say your barns. Also, we looked into the aerial apparatus. They're not $1 million anymore. They're $2.5 million on the low side. And then again, we updated the excise construction tax. If you look here, you see the proposed fees and versus our current fees and the difference. They have increased quite a bit. Police, similar to the fire, we researched and found out that the cheaper side of the police station is up for 750 square foot. We have updated we started this plan in 2023, back when we had 35 vehicles, now we have 38 total units. Back then, we could get the units for 105 and 48,000, now there's 85 and 120,000. And these are real numbers, these are today's numbers. And again, you see the updated fees.
Or at least this.
So,
James.
and streets, so we've adjusted the streets, the old saying is $1 million per mile, per lane mile is no longer the case. It's $2,500 per lane mile now, today's numbers. You see the updated fees here.
James, get the mic for you so we can pick you up on the recording.
Apologies.
Sure, it's on.
So then, the wastewater changes since last presentation. We updated the daily flow estimates using information from the wastewater master plan. We adjusted the wastewater treatment construction estimates from $4.50 per gallon to today's numbers of $30 a gallon. So it's quite a change. We did reduce the development fee cost, for the development fee plan for the wastewater study, so that's down to 2 cents. So it brings us to a total of $30.02 total per gallon for the wastewater side. And that's just to increase our capacity. And these are today's numbers, what it's costing other cities and towns to increase their wastewater plant. You can see the meter size, so the 0.75 inch meter is a 3/4 inch meter. That's typically what residences have. So we've increased that to 5,600. And you'll see the change. So you see the proposed changes on top versus the current changes, and you see the difference on the residential fee side of it. Come on. Again, here's another comparison, proposed fees, current fees, and the difference. Again, quite a bit increase to meet today's needs. And then here's a comparison where we stand. So this is Coolidge. Here's where we're at right now. Our last fee study was in 2020. You can see other cities and towns are kind of in the same boat with us. So anybody that's in 2020, 2019, they're in the middle of, or just starting their development fee studies and adjusting their impact fees. So with the new proposed fees, it brings us not quite to the middle, but a little bit lower than the middle as compared to all the cities and towns. Speaking with Tisser Bice today, Casa Grande has kicked off their study, Eloy has kicked off their study, Pinal County has kicked off their study, and Florence, I think is, not Florence, but Santan has started their new study. Any questions on this part? So if you look, here's the current impact fees for Florence as they stand right now. They have different zones. They're a little bit different than we are. If you can see, they have water and wastewater because they have their own water. They supply their own water, and Coolidge does not. And if we jump to Pinal County, they have several zones. They're a lot different. They only have the 3 park, safety, and streets versus what a municipality would have. And that's all I have for the presentation. I entertain any questions. I know Ben's here and the fire and the chiefs are here, so we could answer any questions, we're glad to.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Myers, where, you've had a chance to look at all these, where does this kind of put us when it's all said and done? Are we in the middle of the pack? Are we going to be, I know just because we're the latest ones, I don't think we're going to be the highest one on there, so.
Just for Blythe, they wouldn't release numbers to me for tonight because they haven't been advertised for these other studies they're doing. So, hopefully we'll see them in the coming future. So this is, of course, this is a public hearing. We're not approving anything tonight. So we'll receive comment. And I'm sure over the months we'll receive some comment before we actually go to adoption for this. But yeah, so you see where it puts us right now. We're above Queen Creek, we're above Casa Grande, but then that could change. Currently, we're at the very bottom.
Do communities still get heat over impact fees going up to a certain point, or is it other taxes they worry about?
Anytime fees go up, we're going to catch some heat. That's just, there's no way around it. But these are real numbers that we're dealing with, and if we want to meet demand and not, have the new growth pay for the new facilities versus the citizens bearing the brunt of it, our current citizens, or pulling it from general fund, we have to adjust our fees accordingly. And we haven't raised, back in 2000, just to give you some context here, back when we first did these fees, so early 2009, the total fees were 11,800, and then we reduced them, somewhere in 2015, and then we reduced them again in 2020. We took out some departments, so we were already there, and that was during our, we were really rocking and rolling. We were pushing out a lot of permits until the bubble burst. So yeah, I think that's why we kind of reduced things and scaled back. Thank you.
I think we adjusted some of them. Not only we took a couple of things out that we didn't collect them on, I think we adjusted them. But I think even a bigger problem is going to be some of these bills that are going through or trying to go through right now that may have an impact on all of our fees,
I agree.
that may just freeze them for 4 years.
And freeze them, yeah.
So then you're going to have the issue on, are you going to go through with these because you're not going to be able to raise anything for 4 years?
You're talking about the bill they're trying to push through right now?
I'm talking about, what was the group? I was talking to our finance guy about it earlier. Did he leave? Which fees were they? The grouping?
All
Yeah,
fees,
but I
all
mean,
fees.
airport and that particular group, yeah, they want to raise them, or they want to freeze them for 4
Wanna freeze 'em.
years.
Yeah.
And if they do that, that's going to take away a lot of the money that would ordinarily go into the general fund. And so now you're going to have to balance whether you're going to keep those high, because I think they're going to freeze impact fees too. So you won't be able to do anything with them. So if you keep them high now, at least you may not get beat up as bad because, and I don't know that they're going to do property tax, but if they do, it won't, the cities don't get that much money off of property tax. It'll hurt the school because they get a lot of that money. Cities don't get much money off property tax. So there's a lot of things to consider. It depends on what happens in Phoenix now. A lot of it does, but it's a big deal for us, for revenue, for all the cities and towns. They've got about 4 or 5 bills down there that are just gonna beat the heck out of us if they go through financially. We're gonna be in really rough shape. But we can adjust those, just because that's what they recommend. If we have to, we can.
We could adjust them, we could phase them, first year 50%, second year 75%, 100% third year. And by the third year, we're already having to start our new study again to keep up with this 5-year cycle. Or we could say reduce fire by 50% or 70%, keep parked at 100, take police down to 50%. There's in that category. So there are some options we could, you know,
So where'd you
think
say
about.
we're going to be in regards to the cities that are immediately around us? Say Florence and Casa Grande are probably the biggest competitors we have in the immediate area.
Yes, sir, and we'll find that out fairly soon. Right now, you know, and it's not apples for apples when you don't have your own water supply. And then, you know, they have different zones, so they have, you know, some of their fees are super low in a different zone versus their, you know, their old city core, their new part. So it's really, it's hard to compare us to the county or to Florence, you know, because of how their situation is. But, you know, we're right there with Casa Grande. And again, you know, things will change. You know, we're going to see their fees being advertised, and we'll be able to look at them, hopefully in the near future.
Does anybody have any questions? You've been through this before, Councilmember Shope.
I have been. No, I think he's answered mine. I've got a few more, but I can wait on that.
Steve?
But you can't raise those, right, during the process? You can only lower them, or is that something else?
What I've been told is we could reduce them and alter that category, but we have to do, you know, once we have to keep it in that category or phase all of them at the same time if we're going to reduce them or only, you know, say we go 50% the first year, 75% the second year, to kind of ease them into it. But again, if a developer pulls a permit, say our fees, after tonight, once we approve the fees, if they pull a permit before the fees become effective, they're locked in the old fees for the next 2 years for that subdivision.
And I don't know, Gilbert, you probably listened to it today or were involved in it today too, but it seemed to me that they said with impact fees, they wouldn't even have to pay them up front.
Yeah, there's a bill that does, they can delay them. And then the cities can't do anything about it, but we're fighting everybody's fighting those bills, trying to kill them. I know we've texted Chris Lopez, Representative Lopez, TJ, and Representative Martinez to try to head these off because there's such a huge impact to all our cities, especially us.
Yeah, that's bad news.
Or is it a time frame that they have to pay them? I mean, if they can delay them, I mean,
It's really, it puts them off, I think, for 3 years. They can just delay paying the development fees, but it's a bill that's out there. We fight these every year. They propose something bad, and then we propose amendments to try to change them to make them not as bad or kill them outright. So we're working on that right now. I know, Mayor, you were on that.
so they can come in and start building homes and everything and don't have to pay
Right.
the impact fees.
I know.
Yeah, that's
A good
what
deal.
they're looking at now.
And our general fund bears the brunt of it.
Man,
Okay. Well, this is a public hearing. Does anybody in the public have anything they want to?
those bills get killed.
Okay, seeing nobody approach.
Ben Navarro, Public Works Director for the City of Coolidge. I just kind of wanted to say that raising these fees is really important. What we pay for these fees, I know there's large increases for wastewater, for streets. We're talking pretty big money here. As James pointed out, we're in the middle of the pack right now, but there's other stuff that's coming up. But cost of construction is absolutely outrageous, as anybody knows. We're looking at to be about the middle of the pack after it's all said and done. We're not way on the high end, we're not way on the low end. I think it's a good spot where we're at. I do agree that we could ratchet these things up, do it in steps perhaps, but I think doing the full amount is in the city's best interest. If we don't take these fees, then we're gonna have to pay for development with the general fund and not developers paying for development. It should be developers paying for development. It should pay for itself. That's how it's always been. That's always been kind of how we look at things, how the city looks at things. If we don't raise them up and we keep it low like this, and it's going to be the general fund, and it's going to be the existing citizens that are paying for development and not the new citizens, not the new growth. And so I really recommend keeping the fees where they're at.
Well, you look at the cost of, what a road costs now, you look at the cost of a fire department, we thought it was $1 amount, when we were talking a month ago or so about a fire department, well, now it's just increased, same way if we had to do another police department. I mean, you gotta get the money somewhere, and we only take in so much money for the general fund. To be able to fund all that, there's just no way we could do it.
Yeah, well, 3-4 years ago, what was a police Tahoe? Fully outfitted, $85,000?
Yeah, probably about
Yeah,
that.
somewhere around there, and now we're looking at about $104,000 for a police
Yeah.
Tahoe. So, I mean, and that's just in 3 or 4 years. So if we don't get these fees up, what's it gonna be like in 3 or 4 more years? And that's kind of what we're looking at. And as you speak of the legislation, if they freeze all the fees for the next 4 years, it's locked. If we're locked in at these lower fees, then we're really behind the 8 ball, and it's gonna be our residents who end up paying the price for it.
Well, that's the way that they sold them the first time, was growth needs to pay for itself.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, especially if it's gonna be, they're gonna freeze them for everything for 4 years, you're gonna have to find a way to, generate some revenue.
Yeah,
So,
okay. Thank you.
thanks, man.
Mayor, Council, I just wanted to let you know,
Get them next time.
6-9 months ago, a year ago approximately, when I told you what Phoenix is trying to do to us, cities and towns, counties, they're doing it. It's an election season, so they're trying to do all this. We need to make sure that we all stand together. County Supervisors Association, I send pretty much every other day an email to my 3 representatives and let them know, no. I actually send them the bill number and I tell them, no, stay away from this. Again, this is an election season. We need to, and even the citizens, you need to contact our representatives to let them know this will crush us, taking away our zoning, taking away planning, let them keep doing these freezes. It's ridiculous. By the way, Pinell County Supervisor Rich Fidiello for District 1. But my point being is we all need to stick together because, again, they're crushing us. They don't know what they're doing. I'm not saying our representatives, but the people proposing these bills. It's an election season. That's the problem with these bills. They seem to only do them every other year. And what happens? Cities and towns pay for this, and we need to stick together. And I'm letting you know, all 5 of us on Pinell County are fighting each one of these bills. The whole Pinell County Supervisors Association, we meet once a week and we talk about all this. So please contact your representatives. It's very, very powerful when you get 7 emails and citizens send the emails to them. They do listen after a while. So just keep fighting the fight and we'll just keep battling them over and over again. Thanks.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, sir.
I had a question for Mr. Navarro.
Yes, sir.
Before we go on, I guess might have missed it at the start, but where did the figures come from? Did Tischler Bice send these figures to you? Did you sit at the table, all of you? And
No, we provided these figures. So this was put out months and months ago to provide actual cost for what it takes to build a road, projects for like the wastewater plant, why we're increasing the cost so much. So our projects that we're looking at over the next 5 years, what are we looking to do? And that's how we come up with these costs. And so that's what justifies the increase.
Okay.
And so it's projects that we have coming up, actual cost to build the road, when you build a mile of road out, and that's where we come up with these numbers. We actually provide them to Tischler Bice.
okay, that's good to hear. Thank you.
Welcome.
And for the benefit of the county supervisors in the room, there were quite a few mayors on these calls for the League of the Cities. And I send quite a few emails and letters to the state legislatures, asking them to quit messing with the cities and towns, and counties. So they're hearing from a lot of people. Now, that doesn't mean they're going to do anything, but they're hearing how we feel about it. Go ahead, Tom.
Tom Scott, 808 West Pima, Coolidge, citizen. Mr. Mayor and Council, I think it's really wise to get in front of these expenses. As I reviewed the graph that was put up there, a lot of the numbers that I saw, what we thought it was going to be was actually half the price of what it is. And we all know that prices are going to continue to go up. So even if we're, fudging up toward the higher end of the scale, I think we're going to be ahead, especially if we get locked up and we can't do anything about it. In 2016, 2017, we built a new dealership in Buckeye. And Buckeye, they were ahead of the game. We got charged for things, a traffic light intersection. Our portion of it, 1.5 miles away from us, wasn't even on the same street that we were on. But they felt that they just went out and they figured out what their costs were going to be to develop these areas. So it felt on the people like myself that we're building a new building and not on the citizens and not out of your general fund. Because your general fund, I assume, doesn't grow that much every year. I mean, hopefully it stays, steady, and hopefully you balance it well, so, we're not, spending in the hole. But we've got to get ahead of the growth. I know there's several, let's say 10,000 homes already platted in our city limits, and the subdivisions are just sitting there dormant. They can pop on at any time. So, our infrastructure is kind of weak on the roads and how we get around in our town. So it would be nice to pass a lot of these. They're not unforeseen expenses. They're things that are going to happen. But we need to get up in front of that and get prepared for this growth so we're not caught behind the 8 ball. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anybody else? Okay, we done up here? Anybody? All right. I guess, thank you, James. Then I guess we'll get out of the public hearing and move into call to the public. Anybody from the public have anything they want to say to the council?
Mayor, we actually had 2 speakers sign up today. Our first speaker is Mary Buckman.
Oh, okay.
Hello, I'm Mary Buckman, Mayor Council. In October, a small group of people in the community got together and wanted to do something to just grow ourselves and improve the community. And so we formed a coalition of different organizations, and it's called Patriotic Americans for Coolidge Traditions. And since that time, we've been involved in different things in the community. And some of you might have come by our booths at Gain or at Cotton Days, and or Coolidge Days, and we plan to be at Cotton Days. And one of the things we want to do is we care about our community, as you all do, involve ourselves in local government, as you are, and support candidates that believe in values important to our community. We care for our community, our country, and are passionately involved in lives of our children now and in the future. So we are going to be offering a small meet and greet. I know that the council, the Chamber of Commerce will be offering one further down the road, but we're going to have one on Thursday in the room next door at 6 o'clock. So any of you that are running for any office in the city, we would love to have you come by, have a chance to speak, meet some of the community, and answer their questions, signature pages. We would offer that for you, and it'll be right next door from 6 to 8 on Thursday. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary.
Mayor, our next speaker is Aurora Mollado.
Good evening, Mayor and council members. Tonight, I'd like to briefly introduce Faith Community Center. It's a nonprofit founded by my husband and me with a vision to establish a faith-rooted community center, a place where individuals and families can gather, grow, and find encouragement and support. While the vision is broader, we are beginning that work here in Coolidge, the community we call home. Our mission is to strengthen the community through holistic support and faith-inspired civic engagement. While our values are grounded in faith, compassion, unity, and service, all of our programs are open to the public. There are no religious requirements to participate. Our heart is simply to serve. Since launching, we have hosted community meals, women's gatherings, and outreach efforts to the unhoused individuals. We are committed to meeting practical needs while fostering connection and support within our community. Beginning Wednesday, March 4th at 6 p.m., we will also be launching our Blessed in the Nation Civic Foundation series. This series will explore the foundation of our government, including the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, flag etiquette, character development, civic responsibility, and wellness, all presented through a biblical worldview perspective. These classes are independently organized and nonpartisan in nature. As we work towards establishing a permanent center, we are currently operating as a community-based hub, utilizing various locations throughout Coolidge to host gatherings and programming. We look forward to continuing to serve individuals and family in our city and contributing positively to the life of this community. Thank you for your time and for your service.
Thank you, Aurora.
That's all the speakers I have that have signed up.
Okay. All right, is there anybody else?
Tom Scott, 808 West Pima, Mr. Mayor, members of the council. I got to do a little bit of complaining here, because on Pima Street, cars drive up there fast. And I came up here about 6 months ago, and they're still driving up there fast. School buses, people trying to, make record time getting down to 9th Street. I don't know what the deal is. Little drag racing going on there according to the burnout marks on the street, but I don't know if we need to get a citizens group together and report to the police or what. But I'm looking for suggestions. I know you can't give any because it's open to the public here, but, I'd like to get something accomplished there because, it is a problem. And I don't know if it's a speed bump. Maybe we could put like some sticks out there with nails on them or something. I don't know what it's going to take, to get some awareness. I know the police are busy. Heck, they're busy all the time. I hear the sirens all through the day and all through the night. But maybe it's something that we can do as citizens working together with our police force. Thank you.
All righty.
And I can attest to that because Mr. Scott's my next door neighbor. And I don't want to use my position as city council to put anything over on anybody or give any special treatment or anything. But it is, you have the school that people don't go on because of Northern. And then, of course, you have all the stop signs now on Central between 9th Street and the Boulevard. So for some reason, our street, they think it's a drag race down there. But I'm glad you came up, Tom. Like I said, I don't want any special treatment being on the city council. So thank you very much.
Well, the police chief is sitting right back there. Why don't you guys catch a hold of him? I mean, it's not really that big of a deal. Go talk to him. He's right back there. He's the guy with the glasses and not much hair like me. Just go talk to him. But we'll look into it. You guys know who he is.
Like I said,
All right, I'm done with this. We're moving out of this one and moving into the next one. Okay, we move out of the call of the public and we move into, but how come we're not approving any minutes?
No minutes this meeting, Mayor.
Oh, okay,
It'll be at the next
all
one.
right. Business items for consent, or any items that anybody up here wants pulled off for individual consideration.
Mayor Thompson, I'd like to pull item 13.
All right, anybody else? Okay, item 13, so here we go. Item 6, Consider approval of entering into an agreement for the purchase of equipment between the City of Coolidge and Diamondback Fire and Rescue, Inc. to purchase vehicle extrication tools for an amount not to exceed $31,000 for the Coolidge Fire Department, utilizing Gila River Indian Community funds, and authorizing the mayor to sign the necessary documents. Item 7, consider approval to unfreeze capital improvement plan CIP funds in the amount of $52,275 for the purpose of the GLEZ General Construction LLC installing 4,100 square foot of porcelain tile in the flat room of the Artisan Village, waiving the sealed bid process in the best interest of the city, and authorizing the mayor to sign the necessary documents. Item 8, consider approval to purchase software from Blue Voice, Inc. Blue Voice, Inc. is providing the service at no cost to the city for fiscal year 2025, 2026, and $10,000 annually beginning in fiscal budget 2026, 2027. Item 9, consider approval of entering into an intergovernmental agreement between Pinal County and the City of Coolidge for continued participation in the Pinal County Regional Vehicular Crimes Task Force for the Coolidge Police Department. Item 10, consider ratification and approval of applying for the 2026 Operation Stone Garden grant funds from the Arizona Department of Homeland Security in the amount of $484,840 to purchase a new Chevy 4x4 Tahoe and utilize for equipment, overtime, mileage, and ERE for Operation Stone Garden details at the Police Department. Item 11, consider approval of submitting a 2026 Proposition 202 grant application to the Gila River Indian Community in the amount of $109,929 to purchase a sewage pump for the Public Works Liquid Waste Department. Item 12, consider approval of entering into a cooperative purchasing agreement between the City of Coolidge and Power Tech Contracting LLC for the purpose of maintaining the city's street light LED light fixtures upgrade, utilizing the Fountain Hills contract number 2023-065 at a maximum of $100,000 annually, and allowing the mayor to sign the necessary documents. Okay, there's, that's right. We want to pay our bills. 14, consider approval of the claims for the month of January 2026. Now, if there's nothing further, I need a motion to act on those.
Mayor Thompson, I move to approve consent items 6 through 12 and 14 as read.
Okay, motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That one carries. Item 13, consider approval of entering into a cooperative purchase agreement between the City of Coolidge and Empire Southwest LLC to purchase a 2017 Peterbilt 567 day cab tractor truck for an amount not to exceed $67,022, utilizing remaining funds from the Northern Avenue project for the Streets Department, authorizing the mayor to sign the necessary documents. Mr. Navarro?
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I'd be happy to answer any questions you have.
Yes, Mayor Thompson, I just wanted to be sure that everybody knows what you guys have done here, because it looks like you're replacing this old equipment. We're using a 1993 right now, and we have since 2017 that we got basically surplus from the county. And I think Jeremy has done a terrific job in his group keeping it on the road, and from what it sounds like here, because 1993, I mean, that's 33 years old, folks, and, but again, with the savings from, that you guys had from the road work and everything else, and and being able to pick up 2017, that's gonna probably, last us, I'm sure Jeremy's looked at it already, and he's given the seal of approval on it, so I just wanted to be sure that, we see this as council, a lot of times other folks don't see this stuff, but I think it's important that you guys all know what guys like Ben do, especially in public works, because that's where there's a lot of money going through that department there and everything, so, and when he's goes and he gets these things like this, and it saves the city money, it's good for the taxpayers, it's good for the citizens, it's good for the community. So I just wanted to recognize you guys on that and tell you thank you for
I appreciate
everything you
it.
do.
And yes, Jeremy has gone up. He's looked at the truck. He did a full ADOT inspection on it. He found some issues with it. We do quite a bit of business with Empire. Let them know that if this goes through, we want these things fixed, which they agreed to. So all the issues that he found going through the truck, he drove it, he went through it, and like I said, did a real good inspection on it. So said as long as this goes through, then they'll be happy to fix it to us. There won't be any additional cost.
Right.
So
And again, thank you guys so much for everything you do out there. It's very much appreciated by council and the community, so.
well, we do appreciate it. You keep letting us spend that money and get the things that we need to do it. So it's hard to do if you don't have the tools to get it. So we do appreciate everything you guys do for us.
Ben, I want to thank you, 'cause usually when I have questions about something, I usually go to the director instead of doing it in the meeting. And I appreciate you giving that information to me. I mean, it was like, within 30 minutes, you had the information to me that I requested on that. And I really appreciate both you and Jeremy for doing that.
Yeah, no, like I say, we're happy to help any way we can. That's what we're here for. Mr. Lopez, he supports us in what we need to do, so we're happy to help any way that we can. If you guys have questions on anything, any projects, anything like this, feel free. We're always here. We're here to help.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Navarro.
Thank you.
Need a motion?
Mayor Thompson, I move to approve item 13 of the consent agenda.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, that carries. Oh, items under business, regular items, report from the mayor and council. This time we'll start down here with Councilmember Bagnell.
Nothing really. Looking forward to Cotton Days. Probably won't make it for the parade because we got the fly-in out there, but I'll probably try to get back in afterwards. And shirts are very nice this year. They've done a terrific job on putting the shirts together. We've got them, everybody got one here tonight, so. But and then anybody that wants to have spaghetti dinner on Thursday night, American Legion, we've got it. And then if you want to get out early and go to the fly-in and grab something to eat on Saturday before the parade, please come on out. Thank you.
I've got nothing.
Have nothing, Mayor.
Well, I would like to congratulate and wish good luck to the Coolidge Bear High School basketball team. It's not city-related, it's school, obviously, but they are a source of pride to our community. And they got to the semifinals by beating our friends from Chinley. So if you are watching, have a chance to read anything on Facebook or any of these other social media things, there's a lot been said already. I think a lot more is coming, so we'll just wait and see, because they drove as a 5-hour drive from Chinley. That would make me mad anyway. And but they were pretty upset when they lost the game to Coolidge Friday night, I think it was. Also, looking at the future, Coolidge plays the next game against Snowflake at the Veterans Coliseum at 11 a.m. Friday. And if they win, they would play the final game Saturday morning. Okay, so. Yeah, basketball's fun to watch again, in Coolidge, yeah. So, anyway, I haven't had this discussion since I've been back on council. I know you guys addressed it a few times probably before I got on here. Food trucks, okay? And I don't mean to talk about it tonight, we can't anyway, but, so how are we collecting, or can you let us know how we're collecting sales taxes on there or any other fees to be collected? I just want to make sure we're getting our fair share. if we're charging enough or what the deal is. And, you know, I think I lost the battle on food trucks in my own property because I think I had as many as I could get on there, but, you know, I was told to cut it down to what, 1 or 2? And, but that's an old argument, and I'm not even going to bring that up again. But I just want to make sure, for the benefit of the brick and mortar stores and businesses in town that pay all kinds of taxes, right, Mr. Tom? And, but anyway, it's just to be fair, I think we need to take a look at that. Could you update us on the Pinal Hispanic Council? Are they open yet, or?
No, not yet, but I think they will be pretty quick. Hopefully, we'll get some.
Was I supposed to ask that, Mr. Mayor?
No, no.
Oh, okay, I see the look on your face.
Oh, last I talked to Rose, they were waiting on some kind of clearance, some kind of permits.
Okay.
They were supposed to be open in December. So the holdup must be something to do with licensing or permitting or whatever they're going to do.
Right.
So
Okay.
Yeah, we issued the C of Os, so they're all ready to go.
they're ready to
So,
go.
yeah,
Okay.
we've done
It's
that.
not us.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. That's all I have.
Mr. Gillespie?
Nothing else.
Vice Mayor?
Mayor, I just want to, first I want to introduce our new Finance Director, Eric Keat. Eric, if you'll stand up and wave here.
So you're Eric Keith, huh? And just also congratulate our wastewater team, Public Works, for all their work they do and all our staff's dedication to the citizens of Coolidge. We have a great staff, and they work really hard. Also, as Mayor said, we've been tracking a variety of legislative bills. There's actually almost 2,000 bills that's been introduced. 400 of them impact cities. So we picked the top priority of the league and try to fight the ones like that HB 4030 that's trying to freeze all the fees. So right now it's crossover week. They go from one chamber to the other. And that last week, it was Hell Week. So that's when they have names for all these different portions where the bills cross and everything. So we're keeping on top of that as best we can. And that's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Lopez. I don't have much other than the fight continues, and hopefully the cities and towns won't get beat up too bad. And I agree. Congratulations to the Bears. It was a heck of a game, and they paid the last 3.5 minutes. They finally came to play, and we won. A lot of interesting comments on the internet, and I personally was there, and I didn't see anything. So it looked like it was about an average high school game. So, looking for a motion to get out of here.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you for coming, everybody. Appreciate it.